if all is this, what else can happen? Tomorrow hotel industry may start a new product, a new service product. Whether it gets covered in this, etc. Absolutely no clue. So these are dangerous words. Really, really dangerous. Charges for all amenities provided in the unit of accommodation like furniture, air conditioner, refrigerators, etc. Excluding the discount offered. So plainly we have to say, you enter a room, whatever is there or whatever is not there, everything is covered. Minus the discount. This is the only avenue left for us to judge this. Yes or no? और कोई रास्ता नहीं है. So minus the discount offered, and they say the actual tax will be liable to be paid on the amount charged, that is declared tariff minus the discount offered. In the notes which I have given you, I have prepared a small table with three different. Suppose my declared tariff is 800, and I have charged 700 after some discount. Am I liable to service tax? No, because my declared tariff itself is less than 1000. What if my declared tariff is 1200? I gave a discount of 100. I charge my customer 1100. What is the tax payable on? It will be payable on the actual amount charged, that is 1100. But the last example, that is if my declared tariff is 1200, I give a discount and I charge my customer only 100. Yes, because the limit of 1000 is only to get you inside the law. But after coming into the law, whatever you actually charge, that will be, so one triggers it, the other one collects it. That is how the logic is. So the clarification is available. Is it possible to levy separate tariff for the same accommodation in respect of corporate, privileged customers and other normal customers? So for the same accommodation, let's say room number 619 in which I am staying currently, 619, can it be differently priced for corporates? Can it be different, means the declared tariff for corporates, declared tariff for privileged customers, declared for the other customers, can it be priced, or can the declared tariff for the same room can be different? Or it has to be same? The clarification given is, it is possible in respect of a class of customers which can be recognized as a distinct class on an intelligible criterion. Friends, these are not my notes. These notes, these are just excerpts from the circular which is quoted by the law. Now it says it is possible in respect. Friends, who is more intelligible, the industry guy or the service tax department? Intelligible means what? Intelligible from whose point of view? You are in the industry, you know that this is a corporate customer, this is a privileged customer, and this is a other than these two categories. Tomorrow, how do I categorize them? Atithi Devo Bhava. So, how do I get intelligible criterion? Now, I have never seen an intelligible criterion. Corporates means those who are privately limited and all, or corporates means what? So here this is the corporates as per Companies Act. ऐसा लिखना चाहिए था, or corporates, even cooperative societies and others which are in Section 25 companies. HRA is a Section 25 company. Are we a corporate? We are registered under Companies Act. Are we a corporate? No. What if a hotel has different rates for us and different rates for others? Intelligible criterion, where do I bring it from? So I have to stick to the words corporates, privileged. Now what is a privileged customer? Industry people will tell us more, or service tax department will tell us more. Now even clarifications are given in a difficult manner. Clarifications are creating confusions. Now this is the matter to be represented. Now I read an article by a senior advocate. He says declared tariff of below 1000 rupees per day. Now he went to the depth and clarified. Per day means in some hotels 12 hours is the checkout time. In some hotels 24 hours is the checkout time. Now which should be taken as a day? This is the problem. 12 hours is half a day. Is that the case? Now this clarification, they have left it and then they are bringing up, because what is a day, hotels will decide, or service tax. And if service tax wants to decide, they should clarify a day means like this. Income tax from a day means completed hour of to completed 24 hours makes a day. Now how nicely it is clarified given, but here nothing. A day to 12 hours checkout or 24 hours checkout not given. What is a day then? This is a problem arising. So these are industry issues which are there. They don't study the industry fully and put a tax just because they have to collect revenue. Recent newspapers I have read, the collection of service tax has gone down to intelligible condition, etc. Notification circular में डालेगा तो ऐसे ही होएगा. You know, some associations take a very diplomatic stand. Whenever a new law comes on their industry, they oppose it. They oppose it through their association. And when they oppose it, they take a view. Till the time this is decided, we will not pay the tax. So they don't pay the tax. Then the department says, you have not paid the tax for this period, now I am penalizing you. And then they say, why are you penalizing me? You already know I am not paying because of this case which is pending. So then they don't pay. Few associations and many people are taking this route. I have seen, I am not saying you take this route, but this is what people are doing, and it is just and equitable because industry is facing difficulty. How can you just say a day or etc. or intelligible criterion? I cannot justify that. So however it is applicable, so it says if there are different customers you have identified, same room differently identified, separate declared tariff will be acceptable, and 1,000 rupees per day of that different class will be taken. So same room, different tariff, no problem, it is acceptable. The next critical issue is the declared tariff supposed to include cost of meals or beverages? Right? Now, we are fighting a case on this point. The clarification is, if the declared tariff includes cost of food and beverage, matter is over, it is taxable. So in a declared tariff of 1500, food beverages are included, the law says I am going to tax it on 60%. But where the bill is separately raised for the food or the beverage, plus the amount is separately charged in the bill, such amount is not taxable. So what you do is, whenever you design your tariff card, room tariff and the food component display separately. And when you bill your customer, show separate that for room you have been charged this much, for food you have been charged this much. If that be the case, food component will not be charged, only accommodation will be taken. Yes sir.
So I have, this department came to us and said that we are not giving you this benefit because there is a hoarding on which you are showing whatever the rate for room and breakfast. Whereas I said that my tariff card and my bill clearly have this demarcation. They said, but wherever if you talk, even a single advertisement of yours mentions this as a combo, then you will consider it as a combo.
Yeah, sir, because what they say is, even one combo if you are giving, we will treat it as declared tariff. You know, it is...
I cannot express myself to a customer that I am giving you a service in which includes breakfast.
Sir,
but my bill very clearly shows the room separate and the bed and the contract between the customer and the hotel is the bill.
Exactly. So what you say is 100% correct. What you tell to the world is just it's a communication. But the contract actually happens when you tell to the world it's an offer of invitation.
Yes.
But the contract actually happens when you actually books the room. And it is at the time of booking the room you should be taking the call. I think you have a perfect analysis that should be taken. Sir, in this case, you tell them that
you are actually fighting this right now.
Yes sir, you will definitely win. You will definitely win because cite this circular and you will get the benefit. We have got the benefit in one of our cases. We have cited this and this is circular, they are bound by it.
This which is circular?
I'll give it to you. It's 139. I'll give it to you. I'll give you the hard copy also. It's available free also. I'll send it to you. We have coded, and if you want, I'll give you my presentation. What we have drafted, I'll give it to you also. You can put it exactly that way. Yes, sir.
What about a case where if you're offering breakfast inclusive of your tariff anyway, whether you're reducing your tariff, whether you're offering it on
discount on it,
or whether you're discounting it or you're offering it at rack.
If in your declared tariff, everything is included,
Yeah. It's not mentioned that breakfast is included, but it is included.
in that case, it is fully taxable. 60% tax lag jayega uspe, because you're declaring it that way. Right? Now there is a, industry, what does industry do is, they declare, many people come to us and say, our declared tariff is one. But when we bill the customer, we give two separate bills, food and services different. Shouldn't this circular be applicable to us? And the answer is no. Your declared tariff should be different. Your declared tariff should have accommodation and food different. Then even if you combinedly bill it, there is not a problem. So here it is very clear. Your declaration should be separate, only then you get the benefit. Billing it separately doesn't make. So billing is secondary. First triggering event is declaring it separately. Fine. One of the resort person got stuck in this, and I said there is no recourse because you are advertising or you are telling to the customer that it is combined, but billing it separately will not help you because declared tariff is combined, everything is lost. So when you declare your tariff, you have to be very, very careful and follow it up by billing also separately. Then the amount is not included in that 60%. Fine. What is the position relating to the off-season prices? Will they be considered as declared tariff? In off-season, we reduce our prices. So normally a room is 1500 per day, but in off-season I offer for 1000 per day. So will 1500 be taken or 1000 be taken? So here the clarification again, it says the revised declared tariff, which is made uniformly applicable to all customers where the published or printed tariff is below. So here the law says off-season we will consider, but off-season should be across the board of your entire tariff card should be revised off-season wise. In that case, we will consider your off-season price as declared tariff and tax you accordingly. That is the clarification cited. Next issue is the luxury tax imposed by the states required to be included for the purpose of determining other than declared tariff? So if you are charging luxury tax, will the luxury tax be also included for taxing at 60%? And the answer is no. Luxury tax for the purpose of service tax will be excluded, no double taxation. So here we complete the accommodation part, the clarifications on accommodation. Then what about laundry? Laundry is taxable if it is charged separately. Pick up and drop, taxable. Local travel, rent a cab. Now this again is a issue to be understood. Practically there are two things involved. First is the taxability and second is who pays the tax. Because in local travel, that is a rent a cab operator, there is abatement, that is reduction in value, and there is also reverse charge mechanism. Let's take it quickly. So when you provide a rent a cab service, local घूमने गए और आपने car available करा के दी, and if you are charging, it's a rent a cab operator activity. Taxability happens like this. The law says renting of any motor vehicle designed to carry passengers, 40% of the amount will be chargeable to service tax. But the next case is who is going to pay this tax? Now be very careful. We have just completed one part. The rent a cab is taxable. How much? 40% is taxable, 60% is not taxable. But this 40% who will pay? Because in a rent a cab operator, law says there is reverse charge mechanism also. Sometimes provider pays, sometimes receiver pays, sometimes both pays. Right? So you have to go to the reverse charge mechanism wherein they say if the service provider and the receiver are falling in this category, then reverse charge will get triggered. So if the service provider is an individual, HUF, proprietary firm, partnership firm, AOP, and if the service recipient is a business entity registered as a corporate body, now be very careful. If the provider is in this list and if the receiver is in this list, only then the reverse charge will get triggered, not otherwise. So what if a corporate, let's say X Rent a Cab Private Limited provides a service to this particular hotel, will the reverse charge get triggered? No, because the provider is a corporate who is not under this list. He will pay the entire tax, but he can take the 40% taxation. So here the question is it taxable? Yes. How much? 40%. Who will pay? Right? So if the provider is in this list, receiver is in this list, then only the receiver will pay. That is to be clearly identified. In your notes, I think if it's the last or the second last page wherein I have summarized the entire reverse charge mechanism applicable to your hotel industry along with SEMVAT applications also. So just go through them, but I am summarizing it on the PowerPoint also. If the service provider is in this list, receiver is also in this list, then the receiver will pay 100% of 12.36 if provider has charged tax on 40% of the bill value. Second, I'll take both of them and explain. But in the second case, if the provider is this list, receiver is this list, 50% will be paid by the recipient, 50% will be paid by the provider if the charging is on